Welcome to the Nevis newscast for Thursday, September 17th, 2020. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. In keeping with the National Honours Act, 15 citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis were recognized for their sterling contribution to nation building during a ceremony held at the National Heroes Park in observance of National Heroes Day on Wednesday, September 16th, 2020. This year's recipients of the Companion of the Star of Merit are Dr. Bernell Nisbet for medicine, Viola Jacobs and Shirley Brown for education, Archdeacon Rudolph Smithen for religious service, as well as Dr. Hazel Laws, Dr. Cameron Wilkinson, and Abdias Samuel for national service in a crisis. The Medal of Honor also went to Mary Nurse and Charles McMaster for community service, Perline Mussenden in education, Joseph Benders for arts, Dr. A. Linton Liebert for medicine, Pamela Brooks for nursing, and Brian Dyer and Dr. Judy Nisbet in the area of national service in a crisis. While delivering the commemorative address at the National Heroes Day observance ceremony on Wednesday, September 16th, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris acknowledged all of the awardees whose meritorious work, he said, has led to their being recognized in accordance with the National Honours Act. He thanked all the awardees for their outstanding contribution in the task of nation building. Prime Minister Harris noted that although everyone is called to be a national hero in his or her own way, it is important for everyone to recognize the long and meritorious contributions of citizens to nation building.
Robert participated in the first ever virtual Swim Miami race. Due to COVID, we were hoping to have Robert up in Miami to participate in person, but because of the border closures, he participated virtually. And he competed in the 1 mile open water swim event with a time of 41 minutes and 57 seconds. The course was laid out by his coach down at Yachtsman's Beach. And Robert came in 14th overall in the men's category for the open water 1 mile event. And more importantly, Swim Miami is a great supporter of Special Olympics, and Robert won the entire Special Olympics division in the 1 mile race. And we are so incredibly proud of him. He represents our federation incredibly well.
On Tuesday, September 15th, at the Office of Minister of Youth and Sports, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, Robert Liddy was presented with an award from Swim Miami for his accomplishments this month. Minister Evelyn also congratulated Liddy for a job well done.
So I want to take this opportunity to congratulate heartily Robert on the strides that he continued to make in swimming. We believe that he has a long way to go, and he's going to go very far. And I think the trip to Abu Dhabi and what he did there and what he would have done in this Swim Miami tells that he has the talent, and we believe that he has a long way to go. We from the Ministry of Sports, we are incredibly proud of you, Robert, and we will continue to do whatever we can to support you. And as I said, we are so very proud of you. We want to celebrate you in this magnificent way. Robert is someone very, very humble, very quiet, but he's doing amazing things, and we are so very, very proud of you.
Robert Liddy briefly expressed his gratitude.
I'd like to thank Mr. Evelyn and Minister of Sports for getting me to this morning at this presentation.
Nice.
Also present at the brief handing over ceremony were swimming coach of Robert Liddy, Winston Crook, and Director of Sport, Jamir Claxton. St. Kitts and Nevis will be part of a regional travel bubble instituted by the Caribbean community. CARICOM heads of government have taken a major step towards resuscitating the COVID-19 challenged travel and tourism sectors with an agreement to institute a travel bubble among CARICOM member states and associate members, which meet the agreed criteria from Friday, September 18th, 2020. The heads took the decision at a special emergency session on Friday, September 11th, at which they acknowledged that the past 6 months have been a very challenging period globally and regionally as countries have struggled to cope with the effects of the novel coronavirus. The recommendations from the Caribbean Public Health Agency CARICOM include that countries would be categorized ranging from those with no cases to those which had low, medium, high, and very high risk with respect to the rate of positive cases over a 14-day period. The level of risk would be determined by the number of positive cases per 100,000 of the population within a 14-day period. Only those countries with no cases and those in the low-risk category would be allowed to participate in the bubble. CARICOM will assess relevant data to advise on participation in the bubble. Heads of government agreed that travelers from countries within the bubble would be allowed entry without being subjected to PCR testing prior to arrival and would also not have to undergo quarantine restrictions. Travelers may, however, be subjected to screening on arrival. It was agreed that initially St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be in the bubble as they presently meet the criteria. Other member states and associate members will be allowed to participate when they meet the criteria. Still to come.
And one of the requests that they made very early while we had our meetings is that they had requested umbrellas.
The details after this break.
Are you pleasant, hardworking, computer savvy, or meticulous? Would you like to be a part of a dynamic group that is able to capture important data on the communities in Nevis? Well, the Department of Statistics invites all suitable persons to apply to be an enumerator in the upcoming pre-census count and mapping exercise. When? This coming October. Registration forms are available online at niagov.kn/statistics or visit our office upstairs Volume R Supermarket to register. So, participate, sign up, or call us at 869-469-5521 extension 5060 for more information. Remember, statistics touches all of us, all of our lives.
¿Tienes ojo para los detalles y hablas muy bien el inglés? ¿Te gustaría ser parte de un grupo dinámico para capturar información importante en las comunidades en Nevis? Bueno, el Departamento de Estadística invita a toda persona adecuada a aplicar a ser un enumerador en el aproximante conteo previo al censo y ejercicio de mapeo. ¿Cuándo? Este aproximante octubre. Formularios de registración están disponibles en línea en niagov.kn/statistics o visita nuestra oficina que queda arriba del supermercado Value Mart. Participa, regístrate o llámanos al 469-5521 extensión 5060 para más información. Recuerda, las estadísticas nos toca a todos.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Education received a donation from National Caribbean Insurance, NCI, early last week. Senior Branch Manager Hazel Manas David made the presentation to Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett.
Today we are making a presentation of umbrellas to the Ministry of Education. Mr. Barrett, we are indeed pleased to make this presentation to your team, We trust that the umbrellas will be used well. We understand that they will be used by the bus attendants to assist the children embarking and disembarking the buses while it is raining. We applaud your department for the efforts that you are making in ensuring that our children remain safe during this pandemic. We are also happy that we were able to rise to the request promptly as well. So on behalf of National Caribbean Insurance, please accept this token.
A number of pens were also presented along with the umbrellas. The Permanent Secretary expressed gratitude on behalf of the Ministry of Education and the bus attendants.
On behalf of the Ministry of Education, Department of Education, and also the bus attendants, thank you very much. And as you said, yes, you rose to our request very, very promptly, because it was only yesterday that I met with you, and you were very gracious and very willing. And see, we are here this morning receiving the umbrellas. And yes, one of the things that we would have done in direct response to the pandemic, COVID-19, is that we would have added to our buses what we call the bus attendants. And one of the requests that they made very early while we had our meeting is that they had requested umbrellas in the event that it is raining, and they still had to do embarking and disembarking of our children. And they thought that umbrellas would be very, very useful.
Also present at the handing over ceremony was sales agent at NCI, Dylan Knights. The following is an announcement from the Ministry of Human Resources in the Nevis Island Administration pertaining to the availability of a study opportunity through the Moroccan Scholarship Offer 2020-2021. The Ministry of Human Resources in the Nevis Island Administration is pleased to inform that the government of the Kingdom of Morocco is offering one fully funded scholarship for an outstanding candidate with a CXC and or CAPE passes to undergo a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies. The program will commence in January 2021 and provides the following advantages. Interested candidates must be between ages 18 to 20 and should submit the following documents: photocopy of CXC diploma or certificates of qualification, photocopy of CXC transcript, birth certificate, photocopy of passport, biodata page, recent police record, 2 passport photos, and a medical certificate issued by the Public Health Services confirming one's physical fitness and certifying that one is vaccinated and is not affected by any contagious or acute diseases, specifically tuberculosis. Note that candidates would be informed of any necessary alterations and or deferment date due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Applicants must submit a copy of their application to the Ministry of Human Resources on or before Friday, 2nd October 2020. For additional information or to apply, kindly visit www.aui.ma or contact the following individuals: Shanola Murray-Gill or Ronnie Williams at the Ministry of Human Resources, Nevis Island Administration, Social Security Building, at telephone numbers 469-5521, extension 5163 or 5164, or email shanola.murraygill@nia.gov.com or ronies.williams@nia.gov.com. And that's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.